What's good YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to this YouTube channel and make sure you click that notification bell. Leave your comments down below and enjoy this reaction video. What's good YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to yet another live reaction video. You have just entered the Break Room Chronicles, where breaks are normally 15 minutes, but y'all over here, we break for 1 damn hour. Shouts out to the 2 Live crew. Child, I see you. By far the best damn chat on YouTube, honey. You better ask someone about this 2 Live crew. Oh, and shouts out to the Bush Gang. Hey, Bush Watchers. What to do, Bush Gang? Shouts out to the Replay Gang. Hey, Replay Gang. Thanks so much for stopping by. Make sure you let us know in the bottom of the video that you're Replay Gang in this thing. So myself and the 2 Live crew definitely know it's real. Hey, y'all, what's good? Happy Friday. I hope you guys are feeling good and doing great. Thank y'all so much for stopping what you were doing and meet me over here in the damn break room, y'all. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness gracious. Y'all see the title. Y'all see the thumbnail. We got a couple conversations to talk about today, okay? We got Boosie Badass in the break room, and we have Drea McCray and Von McCray. Very, very, very sad story, you guys, that has basically been being talked about all over YouTube, you guys. It's being talked about all over YouTube, really, to be honest with you, all over social media. It's so many people covering this story. And it's like you're going down a rabbit hole, okay? Because there's so many twists and turns to the story. It's just ridiculous, okay? So we're going to go ahead and talk about that. Some of you guys may not be aware of who I'm talking about with Boosie or the Drea and Von McCray story, but hopefully by the end of this live, you'll be familiar, okay? So once again, welcome to the break room. Happy Friday to everybody. I hope you guys hit the like button for me. I also hope that you guys will take advantage of subscribing to the channel. If you like these type of reaction videos or these type of conversations, make sure you subscribe and also make sure you hit your notification bell. All right, so we're going to get into it, you guys. We're going to go ahead. So Boosie was pulled over in Georgia. He lives in Georgia. He has a resident. He's actually from Louisiana, Baton Rouge, and he moved to Georgia, and he has a house in Georgia. Well, he was driving down the interstate and was pulled over by Georgia police, and the probable cause reason they had to pull him over was because of his black tint, and also his license plate was concealed. They said they couldn't really see his registration properly on his license plate. So this is the reason why they pulled him over. And upon them pulling him over, if you know anything about Boosie's history, if you guys are, you know, into the rap industry and you're familiar, a few years ago, Boosie was doing time on death row. Okay. He spent, I think, about 3.5, 4 years on death row, and he was able to get out on those charges. So Boosie has a story. You know, he's, like I said, he's a rapper out of Louisiana, out of Baton Rouge. And, you know, if you are familiar with his music, y'all know, you know, the type of music he puts out. Well, Boosie also had issues with drug abuse and stuff like that. So he, you know, he's apparently not on the hard drugs, but he does other, you know, extracurricular type narcotics that obviously are illegal in the state of Georgia. Okay, so he gets pulled over, and obviously, as per protocol, a lot of times they search your vehicle if they have probable cause to search your vehicle. And they had probable cause to search the vehicle because upon the police approaching the vehicle and having the passenger and the driver get out the car, when he had the driver to roll down his window, he smelled the remnants of marijuana. Okay, so that gave him probable cause to search the vehicle. So Boosie and the driver of the car were detained at the other police car. Y'all know typically when it's a situation like that, it's more than one police car on the scene. So and there's body cam footage. Now, one thing I will say about this body cam footage, I'm very shocked that the body cam footage of Boosie being detained by the Georgia police was released so soon. Y'all know historically when there's some body cam footage that needs to be seen, it takes months or weeks and weeks for body cam footage to be released. And Boosie was just he was just in this situation on, I believe it was July 12th. So that was what, a couple of days ago, and the body cam footage is already out. It's just amazing how quickly they can put body cam footage to show how Boosie, in my opinion, acted a pure nut in the situation. But if anything that the public really needs to see, y'all know body cam footage is being used so they can find out if there was any wrongdoing on the police behalf or the assailant's behalf when there's been situations, especially in the Black community, where Black men and women have been unlived due to what people feel is like due to police negligence. When it's time to bring that footage out, it takes forever to get it. But to show the world how Boosie, in my opinion, once we watch this video, you will see, I feel like he handled the situation. I understand why he felt the way he felt, because he felt like he was being harassed. However, his behavior in the process of the police doing their job, to me, in my opinion, was a little ridiculous. Boosie didn't have to act like that, okay? All right, so we're going to go ahead and pull up that footage. We're going to take a look at it. We're going to give our thoughts and opinions about it, and then we're going to try to talk about the Drea McCray and Von McCray situation. Like I said, you guys, I just was made aware of that story earlier this week. So I've been watching a lot of videos because there are a lot of people here on social media that's covering the story. And it's a lot to unfold. So I probably won't be able, obviously, to unpack everything because I've just been made aware of it this week. And I've been watching a lot of videos and stuff. But I'll do the best I can to give you guys, my thoughts and opinions of what's going on. Maybe give you a little back history or story leading up to the current events. That's what's going on today. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up that video. All right, before we get started, I want to tell you, this video is courtesy of the Law and Crime channel here on YouTube. I was looking for like TMZ broke it and stuff and places like that, but TMZ didn't show the full 20-minute video. But Law and Crime, this is a channel that I follow, did have it. So it's courtesy of their channel.
Roll down your windows. Roll down your back window, please. Roll down your back window. Thank you. How you doing, man? Y'all doing good? You got your license on you, man? Dang, that shit nice, dude. Y'all doing good today? Who's the registered owner of this car, man? You are? Okay. You got your ID on you, man? Y'all doing all right today?
It's funny how the police officer keep asking if they're doing all right. Well, they more than likely, they probably were doing all right until you pulled them over, sir. It was funny how he kept asking that. It's almost as if they was at a restaurant and he was their waiter and he's walking up to the table. Hey, how you guys doing today? Sir, they could potentially be going to jail. They probably over there sweating bullets. They don't feel like having nice casual conversation in the middle of the damn highway.
So the reason I pulled your tag, okay? I can't see your tag 50 feet from the rear, which is in the state of Georgia. Did you? From where? Who took it from you before? I know that. Appreciate it, man. All right, I'll be right back. Let me check things out, okay?
I'm clear to be advised. Receipt 783 West Street, TA out there.
No, I got a lot of cash in 30.
Right, 20 should be pulling up.
So the police officer tell me he got a lot of cash. So you'll see later in video, Boosie has a lot of cash sitting on his seat. Okay. He said it was about $10,000 just sitting in the car. They riding around with $10,000 cash in their car.
You can even return on the tag.
I smell marijuana right here.
Yeah, they're from the party. I think we should move them over there because we're about to get deep in.
Oh, here. You need a lane in the block. I'll block the lane with my car.
Okay.
Let me do that.
Yeah, that's fine. Hey, I'm gonna take my driver out first, detain him, and then do that. Hey, step out for me real quick. He's gonna be detained for now, okay?
So obviously the reason why detaining them is because when they rolled down the window, he smelled the remnants of marijuana.
All right, real quick. All right, is there any weapons on you? Knives, guns, drugs, any marijuana? All right, is there any marijuana in there? I'm getting a strong odor. Okay, stay back your time. All right, is there any marijuana in that car, man, or any other drugs?
Nah, I'm smoking the blunt.
Okay. You're good. I got you. As long as you're honest with me, I'm honest with you, okay? So
I can't keep going through this, though, bro. Like, I just can't, bro. I can't, bro. I don't do no wrong. I don't do shit, bro.
It's illegal to serve for it.
Bro, I gotta go to y'all superiors and file charges.
So here's the thing, Boosie more than likely had probably just finished smoking, right? So he probably had that good, that pow over there. And y'all know if I notice now when I go places like I can go to Walmart and get out of my car and I can smell the remnants of somebody smoking it in their car just in the parking lot. That stuff is loud. You know, they call it that loud, honey, and it definitely is that. So Boosie knows that, you know, he says that he's being harassed. He says he's being pulled over all the time because, you know, they run their place and they know the man's name. They know he lives in the state of Georgia. Okay, they know he's a rapper. So my thing is this, well, Boosie, you know, in my opinion, if you feel like you're being targeted, then never give the police a reason to even detain you no longer than checking, making sure you don't have any warrants to send you on your way. Okay. You know, wait till you get home to do all that, in my opinion. I don't knock people for what they do, but especially in states where the stuff is not legal, I don't get why people ride around smoking it in their car like it's a cigarette, especially in states that it's not legal in. Police thought he had something. He said, uh-oh, I got some paraphernalia right here. Because if you notice when he opened up the book bag, now notice that this officer on the passenger side, he putting on his gloves. The detaining officer, the first one that actually pulled him over, child, he ain't got on gloves the first. But when he saw this bag, he thought he was on one. And he soon found out that he wasn't. He looking like, what's this? Oh, needles, vials. Ooh, is this narcotic? Illegal?
Is this diabetes stuff?
Could be.
He said, damn, thought I had him. Let me keep looking, because I know I'm going to find something.
We're going to put on some gloves real quick.
Now you want to put on some gloves. You should have did that in the beginning. You don't know these people. You don't know what's going on with them. So y'all, we just found out Boosie's medical record, medical history. It seems like he's a diabetic, y'all. And he on insulin. So his sugar is way out of control.
What's the reason? What was the reason?
Look at all that money. Honey, that police officer was probably thinking, what? They rolling around with stacks of 20s. The police officer probably is doing overtime today, okay, on this particular day. He probably said, hell, I don't even got this in my savings account. And they riding around with it like it's $5 in their pocket. Ooh, I know that police officer felt a little envious at that moment. Uh-oh, they found them a little bit, y'all. It's a little bit in the bag. They found them a little bit. Yeah, I didn't know Boosie was diabetic. I don't really follow him like that. You know, when I've heard him talk, I've never heard him talk about his medical issues. So I didn't know he was diabetic. It's no big thing to be diabetic, but. Okay, they got them backwoods. Honey, they is searching. They praying they find something. Woo, look at all that money, honey. Woo. surprised they didn't start tearing up the floorboards. Now, one thing I will say is, Boosie, you need to go get that car detailed because that car kind of nasty, Boosie. You got stuff all over the damn place. That's a 2022 Cadillac Escalade looking like that.
Is she the only one in it? Restaurant. Well, you claim she's a restaurant. I didn't have to live.
You won't lock me up, fuck. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. I'm tired of being
At that very moment, Boosie was like, man, I'm tired of this. I can't even live and ride peacefully. I got to be pulled over because of my identity, you know. As, you know, people, I'm pretty sure the police officers are familiar with Boosie's history, you know. Unfortunately, that's probably something he's going to have to carry around with him for the rest of his life. Now, at that moment, I understand, you know, a lot of Black men are tired of being profiled as drug dealers or, you know, smugglers or whatever. But, you know, but we understand there are situations where people get pulled over and they really are on something that they don't need to be doing that's illegal, right? So it's unfortunate. You know, me personally, if I was Boosie, you know, Georgia probably wouldn't have been my stomping grounds. I probably would have moved somewhere else because, you know, it seemed like all these rappers, if not some of them, all of them got some type of residence in the state of Georgia.
I want to tell everybody down here, pal. I'm going to spit on every thirst in that. I'm going to make you charge me. I'm gonna show you how I get down when I get locked up. I'm gonna show you how I get down. I'm gonna make them bitches whoop me. They gonna get a charge. I'm gonna make them whoop me. When you talk to them, I'm gonna pay them in their feet. Then I'm going out like a gangster. You gotta knock my feet off, buddy. And you gonna get sued like a dog. I'm ready now. I'm all the way.
I just don't understand why Boosie was so extremely angry, talking about spitting on people and knocking people out. It's like, Boosie, if you know you innocent, with like, you do understand them people got to do their job. At the end of the day, it's still the police officer still got a job to do. You know, we don't like to be detained. Nobody wants to be detained, regardless if you innocent or guilty. Nobody wants to be detained. It's an inconvenience for anybody, right? They still got, you know, in my opinion, when I first saw this, I was like, is Boosie, like, do he think this might go viral? You know, because we know Boosie has a history of saying things and doing things that has went viral on social media. So you know, but if you notice the guy in the pink shirt, I don't know who this person is to him. Obviously somebody he knows. He was real cool, calm, and collected. He was real cool. He didn't say nothing. He was just sitting there. Okay. At one point in the video, honey, he checking his text messages on his iPhone.
Wait. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired, bro. I'm coming with that miles an hour. Yeah, hand me my when you take me. Hand me my mother. I'm gonna get ignorant. I'm gonna show him how I get down and be on. Why? I'm gonna punch on the first white boy I see in there. I swear I'm going on my dad's grave. In the nurse, I'm gonna spit on that. I ain't playing. Watch out, shine. Watch out. I bet I get along to Mason. Treasure. I'm ready now. I'm ready to go to jail. I'm ready to go by. You can go and take me. You can go and ride me out. You can go and ride me out. I'm used to this. Where I'm from. Pull me up. I got 39 red. I don't give a.
He probably don't. Okay, y'all. I mean, Boosie probably don't give a F. The man spent 4 years on death row. Okay, he probably don't give a F.
Leave that. Every day I get up, man, I'm tired of it. I moved out here. Ride down that street.
Yes, Boosie said he had 39 arrests. Okay, he's definitely familiar with the system. Very familiar. Child, they was really searching that car. Boosie, I want you to go get that truck detailed. Pronto.
Ain't shit in them houses. I'm tired. I moved out here to change. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. They can take me right now. I wouldn't give a f. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired, bro. I can't even leave my house in peace, bro. I'm tired, bro. They can take me right now. For disrespect. They can take.
Unfortunately, Boosie, is, you know, that's what goes with being black and living in America. Unfortunately.
Me right now, I wouldn't give a f. I'm gonna fight the first motherfucker I see in that. Best believe I'm gonna tell y'all up. We gonna tear that up, man. We gonna tear that up. First, let us out handcuffed. That's who we attack.
I just don't understand why he was doing all that hooping and hollering. You had a couple little, you know, you had a little remnants, okay, of the Mary J. Wanna. I don't even understand, like, but he is the one that sung that song "Set It Off," okay, because he definitely trying to set it off.
Gonna tear that up. They gonna have to. I swear to God, because I'm tired, bro. I work hard every day. Every day I'm
Right,
getting
Modi?
my people. I'm getting targeted, bro. My license plate is white. I'm targeted.
Highway 158, 1509. 1609, covering living room motion of residents.
I'm ready.
All right.
Put me back it up. Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to get down.
They need to offer Boosie one of them bottled water because it was hot that day. It was over 100 degrees in Georgia that day. Boosie looked hot. He looked hot. He needed to be calmed down before he passed out for heat exertion.
I'm ready. As soon as I get ready, I swear to God. I swear to God. I'm gonna tear that up. I'm gonna tear that up.
Boosie, you keep talking, you might get a chance to go tear the jail up. Boosie, be quiet. Just calm down.
I put that in trouble, please. Everybody who died, I'm attention of charge in it too.
Hey, William.
He done found something. Now, sir, I need you to be more proficient in you know, the type of things, drugs and you know, medicines that's out here that people could potentially be taking. Oh, honey, he think he owns something. First, he found the diabetic medication. Now he's found this. Y'all, let's see what Boosie got over there.
Yeah, I think I say that. Once. Is it?
Pull out your cell phone and search the name on the back of it. It'll probably tell you what it is, officer. Ooh, he like, oh yeah, I'm about to take these ninjas to jail.
Is that a scandal? That's a call like.
Man, that's a birth control pill or something.
We don't get my car, man.
What is it, Boosie?
Birth control pills or something for my. You know, can't get pregnant from me. Yeah, I got a lot of hoes in my house right now. Yeah, I got like 35 hoes in my house right now. If anybody want they, let me know.
Oh, Boosie said, ain't nothing but some birth control pills. Boosie said, you know I got a lot of hoes over there. At my house. You know I got a lot of hoes. Boosie said, if you need some services, officer, when you get off work, holler at me. I got about 35 at the house. I'll hook you up. Just go and let me go with a little ticket, officer. I'll hook you up. Just make sure you off duty, though, before you slide through.
I'm ready to fight. I take off I could fight. I would throw them in the office. All the niggas do is take off their bag and they gun. And I'm going to throw them with you in the parking lot. I'm like this, man. I moved out here for training.
Boosie about to go to jail for having birth control pills. Boosie, do you got a prescription from them birth control since you got them in your car over there? Do you have a prescription, sir, for those birth control pills? Oh, boy.
Sell my shit. Right now, the same thing. Okay.
Lord, the officer still looking. Now, officer, sir, the only thing you have found is some crumbs. Okay, you found a little couple of it probably ain't even a gram. You got a couple crumbs. Okay, you got a couple of. You found some diabetic medication, and you done found some birth control pills. Now, sir, your search is coming up very cold. The only thing you found is birth control and diabetic medication. Okay, you do know Boosie's human, right? And he's still looking. You found $10,000. I know you hot about that, officer. You hot about that 10,000. And you found diabetic insulin and some birth control pills. Why are we still looking, sir? I don't know.
I got like $10,000 in there too. Shit. Don't with it. I know exactly how much I got. Don't with it. Put my shit on the seat. That's my bond money. Don't with it. And I got receipts for it. I just left the bank. I got another cashier checking inside that door. There's a cashier checking inside that door also for a large amount of money. Please don't with it.
Boosie, what you need bond money for? What's in the car? Boosie, what they ain't found? Why is you hollering you need bond money? You going to jail, sir? Boosie, I want this car detailed ASAP. ASAP.
Right now, I swear to God, I'm gonna follow them. Turn around and follow them. Straight to y'all.
Yeah, Boosie phone was ringing. It's probably that girl them birth control pills belong to. She probably said, where my pills at? Did I leave them in your Escalade? I can't find my birth control.
I'm tired and I'm ready to go to jail. Let's roll, man. Get away. I'm tired. Car's not stolen. Registration is right. The tag is right. I was pulled over because you are targeting my vehicle. You're targeting my vehicle.
Right, Boosie. Sounds like you've been getting pulled over a lot. You said they targeting your vehicle. So, Boosie, at this point, wouldn't it probably be smarter? I would think one of them, your proteges, somebody, the people that hang out in your clique. Wouldn't it probably be smarter, as long as they have a license? Why not register the car in somebody else's name? Because y'all do know when the police pull up on you, before they even pull you over, they already know if you got license, if they, if they suspended, if the car is reported stolen, if the registration ain't right. They know all that before they even pull you over. They can it's like they can read it just like that. right? I don't know I don't know if they got like a gun or obviously some type of technology where they already know what's going on before they even pull you over. So at this point, if every time the police get behind one of Terrence Hatch's vehicles, why not just ride around and it registered in somebody else's name, maybe like your business manager, because it's not against the law to ride in a car that's not registered to you. You definitely can be driving a car that's not registered to you, just as long as you got license to drive that car. At this point, so you can cut down the harassment, why not just get the car, like one, I'm not saying every car he has, but one of the cars that he runs his errands with or run around the city with or whatever, why not just get the car registered in somebody else's name? So when the police do pull up behind you, you ain't got to worry about it because they're not pulling up Boosie's name, his real name. They're not pulling up, they pulling up, Michael Jordan, okay? Whatever. Me personally, that's what I would do.
If I was a white college player, you wouldn't with my vehicle. If I played soccer or baseball, you wouldn't with my vehicle. You will stop them for an autograph. And how can I live? Oh, 7 stops in 2 weeks. How can I live?
He said he's been stopped 7 times in 2 weeks. 7 times in 2 weeks? Now, Boosie, you need something ain't right over there, Boosie. You need to get them tags right. Something's not right. The officer that pulled you over said it was something concealed on the tag that he couldn't see. Said something about some letters that he couldn't see of the registration, okay? Whatever it is that Boosie, you riding around with $10,000. You can't go down there to the Bureau of Motor Vehicles in the state of Georgia, whatever county you're in, probably in Coweta County some damn well. You can't go there and get your tags right, sir. If you've been pulled over 7 times in 2 weeks, I want to know, maybe Boosie was on his way to the license branch. I think he was on his way to the registration to get his registration right. Maybe he was on his way to get the registration right. Because you're being pulled over 7 times in 2 weeks. Now, officers, that's kind of excessive, okay? Because y'all obviously know where he live at, okay? And more than likely there's sheriffs on that highway he's traveling to and from his house. Y'all, so why do y'all keep pulling that man over 7 times in 2 weeks? Yeah, that's a lot.
I ain't got nothing but just that little bit that we found. I mean, in reality, that's East Point. But I mean,
now I see why Boosie pissed. I be pissed too. You done pulled me over 7 times in 2 weeks. As hot as it been across the country. It's been over 100 degrees, especially in hot ass Georgia. That's why I call it hot Atlanta. Okay, I be pissed too. If I've been pulled over and detained 7 times in 2 weeks in the damn scorching heat, probably anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour, standing out here in the heat on my feet. Nobody offer him no water, anything. Boosie, you got $10,000. Tell him you'll pay him $100 for a water bottle. I know you thirsty.
it's not big enough for me. Let's just close it.
I want to drive through this.
It's no ticket. You didn't speed. You didn't do anything. There's no tickets. You say you couldn't see your license plate. There's no ticket, bro. Can't see this. Give us a ticket before. Ask me, bro. What the ticket get before?
All right. So you still, all right?
Ain't no relax, bro. Y'all put us on for the.
Can you explain the ticket?
So what did you stop us?
I stopped you for the tag.
What's wrong with the tag? It says 705.
Correct, but you can't see the letters 50 feet from the rear, which is state of Georgia and state law.
What letters?
What letters?
You see the numbers.
You can't see that 50 feet. Alright? So, just listen. This is what we're gonna do.
That's a license plate.
Listen.
Just listen to it.
Alright. I'm gonna give you the citation for the marijuana. Alright?
For the smell of marijuana.
No, you'll be fine.
Crumbs on the floorboard.
There's 2 bags. There's 2 bags. Alright? I'm gonna give you a citation for legibility. And that's it. Alright?
There was 2 bags in there, Boosie. Did you forget about those? Oh, shoot, Boosie. You need to, you too skilled in this. Stop getting caught slipping, Boosie.
Let y'all be on my spin. Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll take the handcuffs off. You're gonna sit in the car. I just need y'all to relax, man, okay?
That's what they said. You're spoiling this.
You let me go, just let me go. I'm going to file charges right now. I'll be up.
Have a seat.
Boosie said, I'm going to file charges right now. Although you let me go with a citation, I'm going to file charges. Boosie said, I'm going to talk to your superiors right now. Boosie, make sure you go to the license branch before you go to the superiors, okay? Before you go file them charges, get them tags right, sir.
And I'll grab back. Let me get the ropes on your seat real quick. So don't stand in the traffic. Don't stand in the traffic. Just stand. All right, all your cash and everything is in the center board. Okay, you can have this. There's really not much in there. Okay, this $5 was in your bag. All right. Hey man, have a seat for me. Now I'll be right with you. Okay.
What they pull them over? Is that the HOV lane? Oh Lord, what happened to going to the side of the road? They don't do that anymore. They just pull you over in the middle of the damn road. I thought you're supposed to be on the shoulder. This is the middle of the damn lane. Why we ain't on the shoulder? Well, they really is in the shoulder. Oh Lord, Georgia.
And before I show you this charge is a city charge, okay? So it's not even. So this is what I found in here, okay? Okay. Who's gonna take the? You're gonna take both of them. Okay. All right. Stand by for it.
Officer said, "Who gonna take this? Who gonna take this weed charge? Who taking that?" Boosie said, "Now, man, you know I ain't taking that charge." Dude in the pink shirt said, I got it. Don't even worry about it. I got it. He 19. He good. Okay. He cool with Boosie. I don't know if that's Boosie's little nephew. I don't know who he is, right? But officer said, now, excuse me, Mr. Boosie Badass, sir. Will you be taking this charge today, sir? Or we're going to pass it on to the passenger of the vehicle? Which one of you nice gentlemen is going to take this charge? The guy in the pink shirt says, I will, sir. I'll take that charge. Okay, thank you. I don't know if that's his son. I'm not sure.
Hey, you have paperwork for the truck? Or do you know where it's at?
Y'all want the man to wear a mask. Hell, he didn't even have gloves when he was searching the car. Now y'all want the man to have a mask. Y'all know this man ain't he just out here living. This police officer just out here doing his job vicariously. He don't care nothing about gloves, masks. He don't care about none of that.
I need my fucking paperwork for my fucking truck. Where's the fucking paperwork?
I need to get the pen.
I don't.
Boosie said, I ain't got the paperwork. I don't know where it's at. You want to take me to jail for that? I don't give a F. The officer's like, Boosie, calm down, man. Calm down. It's okay. Like, the officer like, no, I don't want to take you to jail. Not for, you know, a little bit of marijuana and, you know, yeah, no, I really wanted to take you to jail for the big ish. And Boosie didn't have it. So the officer's like, no, I don't even want to do the paperwork for that. No, Boosie. Boosie said, I don't give a damn. Take me. I said, Boosie, you got the handcuffs off and you sitting in the car, sir. You about to leave. Why are you still angry? Boosie, calm down.
Fuck you and take me out.
Gotcha. Hey, I'm gonna open your door real quick and get your pen, okay? What year is this?
2022.
Okay. I'm almost done. I just gotta do the vehicle stuff. And then y'all can get out of here.
You right, Bella Bougie.
I'll be right back. Yes, ma'am.
I'm Boosie's business manager. I have the dealership on the line. I guess
That's
there's a problem with this paperwork.
There is, but we got it all figured out. So you're good. But he does need to get.
Yes, sir. I know.
Yeah, that's right. No, you're all right.
Business manager, ma'am, you gonna get fired, okay? You about to be fired on your, I don't know if this was your day off, but you didn't have Boosie. You were supposed to have all his stuff in order, ma'am, okay? The insulin situation, it was a problem, okay? And he needs his paperwork for his car, okay? Boosie said, get your ass up here on this highway. I'm being detained and y'all ain't got my paperwork. Now, see, Boosie said, all I'm supposed to do is ride around and look smooth, okay? Everything, paperwork for cars and the mortgage being paid, all that light bill, gas bill. Boosie don't pay bills, okay? He pays somebody to pay those bills. Business manager, you about to lose your damn job. You probably lost your job that day, okay? She came all late with, yeah, yeah, but Boosie got it. You see, she was panicking, honey. She was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Boosie was pissed, okay? Oh boy. But Boosie, before you go press some charges on that officer or the other officers that have been pulling you over, make sure you go get them tags right, sir. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, that was a lot. What y'all thought? She came to get her birth control pill. She probably did. I'm probably with hers. You're right. Now, you know, Boosie was a mess. Like, I understood his frustration being pulled over 7 times in 2 weeks. Yeah, I would be mad too. Okay. But once me personally, you knew there was nothing in the car. Yeah, being detained was an inconvenience to you. Hell, it was over 100 degrees. You was hot. You was tired. You was ready to go finish doing whatever you was doing or ready to get to where you was going. I get all that. But me personally, all that hooping and hollering, talking about you going to spit on people and hit the first white boy you see and you could take me to jail and all that. And then there was the other officer that was standing next to them. He was just sitting there looking at them, okay? Boosie did all that clowning, in my opinion, for it nothing. But if y'all know anything about Boosie, if you follow Boosie, you know that's just what he does on social media. He likes to show his ass. Okay. Ain't it? She did come for the beat. Yeah, she did. She needed to come. She should have been there. As soon as that video itself was 20 minutes long. Says you was about 10 minutes late. You should have been there in the first 10 minutes. Okay. That definitely was a hot mess. It was a whole hot mess. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get off Boosie. Trust me, Boosie will be back in the news probably by next week. Okay, Boosie stay going viral. He stay. Yeah, Boosie is very extra, but if you listen to his music and his style of rapping, you could just tell he's just extra. That's just in him. That's just who he is. But with his rep, he needed to make sure his own issues together. Damn, who he pay so he don't check on his ish What employer don't make sure his employee is doing their job? Well, I mean, Boosie stay high. He probably, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you get from just taking everything for granted and just feel like everybody doing their job. We know, as us being people who work, you know, sometimes the employees slack off, okay? You can't assume that everybody's making sure your business is handled because it's not their business. Although you are paying them to make sure your business is handled, it's still your business. It's a such thing as going behind people checking, okay? Yes, she was all late and dumbfounded. Yes, she was, honey. She was running and she's all out of breath. She couldn't believe it. She was mad because she left them birth control pills in the car. She probably all off her cycle to, you know, her routine of taking her birth control. Sis might have lost her job that day, okay? Oh, boy. So if Boosie go live again, which he probably will, because y'all know he stayed arguing with Instagram because they always deleting his account. Y'all, everybody mess with Boosie. Instagram, he stayed arguing with Instagram. He arguing with the Georgia Police Department. Y'all, he stayed arguing with everybody, okay? Yeah, bye, Boosie, bye. We'll talk to you later. All right, y'all. Whew, okay, so now we are getting ready to go down the rabbit hole. So I need you guys to make sure that you guys are ready for this. Damn that I make sure my mortgage is paid, even though I trust hubby to pay every month. Exactly, Rapid. That's what you're supposed to do. Okay. So yesterday, you know, well, not exactly yesterday, but we have been talking about briefly about the Von McCray situation. Okay. I introduced you guys to them the other day if you were in the live stream earlier this week. This is Marvon McCray and Andrea McCray, also known as Drea McCray. Okay. She is a social media influencer. She has a Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, but she has a real big following on Facebook. Slay with Drea McCray. She sells like the paparazzi jewelry and things of that nature, but she has over 600,000 followers just on social media alone, okay, or on Facebook, excuse me, which in my opinion is pretty big. You know, that's a big following for Facebook. So on May 23rd of this year, Marvon McCray was found. These people, Von and Drea, live in Arizona. They live in Yuma, Arizona, which is very close to the Mexico border. They live there with their 3 children. So Drea has 2 daughters from a previous marriage, and then her and Von have a son together. Okay, so they've been married about 8 years. Von is like 29. I think Drea is like 34, 35 years old. She's about 5 years older than them. Von used to be in the Marines, okay? He got discharged from the Marines a few years ago for a medical injury. And they actually just got a big settlement from a procedure that he had done due to his medical injury. And something went wrong, and they just recently got this big settlement of money. How much? I haven't seen how much. I don't think that's been disclosed, but they did get a big settlement of money. So about 2 years ago, probably like in 2019, 2020, somewhere around that time, Drea decided to do the Dr. CB diets, the alkaline food diet, which is a very rigorous diet. We know all kind of diets out here, the keto, and you know, there's a facet of diets out here. But so she wanted to do like a lifestyle change. Okay, Drea wanted to, because at one time, you know, Drea and Von were heavier than what they are now. Here's a picture of Von over the time. Like this was him before the diet, and then as you notice, once they started on the diet about 2 years ago, Von started changing. You know, his facial features. Here he was much chunkier, and then over time, he became, in my opinion, he started looking much slimmer, and it made him look older than what he is. Because in the pictures right here to the side, the ones that are top and bottom, again, this man is still in his 20s. And here he looked like he's probably in his late 40s, 50s. Okay. So I had the picture of Drea, but I thought I had uploaded it, but I didn't. So Drea is very eccentric. She has a love of knives. Like, she has this fascination with knives. Okay. And right, the story, Maggie, is very, 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 very crazy. So what happened was, Drea decided to change her whole family's way of living and do this Dr. CB diet, and she started doing like herbs and teas and tonics, like this whole holistic, naturalistic way of living, and kind of not doing medicine. She calls it like Western medicine, and wanted to go more towards like an herbal way of living. And there was a herb in particular that they were taking called kratom. Okay. And so kratom is a plant that derives from Southeast Asia, and it's supposed to help you with pain. From what Drea has said, it's supposed to help you with pain and things of that nature. But it also has a lot of side effects, and one of them being seizures. So up until just a couple of years ago, Von wasn't having seizures. And then once they started this new way of eating and living, he started developing these seizures, and they were getting really, really bad. Drea blogged everything. She literally blogged everything. Okay. There's not too much she wouldn't vlog, or not even vlog. She would go live a lot. Okay. She would go live on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and she'll be standing in, I would assume, their kitchen area, like mixing up teas and tonics. And the weirdest thing to me, with the videos that I have watched, she would just be standing there just throwing stuff in mixers and jars and stuff. And she'll ask the people in her chat, like, how much do you guys think I should put in? Do you think I should put this amount in, or do this? She was just, in my opinion, it just seemed like the lady was like, it was almost like she was performing some type of witchcraft, because she was just putting all this stuff, concoctions together, and she really didn't know a lot of what she was using. She would say she did research, and she would talk of some things, but then she would always misspeak about what she was saying, and she'll say, well, I'm really not sure, I don't know, you guys just have to look it up, do your research. And it just seemed like she wasn't doing her research. So there's, like I said, you guys, there is so many videos of this lady telling so many stories about their relationship. But what up like in 2019, they started having problems with their marriage. Okay. From the videos that I've been seeing, Von was not happy. Okay. Von was not happy with the marriage. He wanted out. And Drea, based off my observation of me watching this woman, she seemed like a very controlling, possessive individual. She loved the fact that she was married to this Marine man, okay, this man that was in the Marines, and also that he was a black man. Okay, you could tell she loves black men. Okay, now her previous husband, I don't know of his ethnicity, but her kids are brown skinned, so I'm just going to assume he's not a white Hispanic man. I don't know. Again, I don't know his nationality. If you guys know, y'all let me know. You're asking, are the kids okay? To be quite honest with you, Drea has really closed down a lot of her social media. Her TikTok is no longer up. And I'm not sure. So May 23rd, I'm not really sure about the children, to be quite honest with you. They were living in Uma. And what happened was, on May 23rd, Drea found Von in a shed in the back of their house, where he tried to unalive himself. Okay. And she said she found him hanging from some type of rope, and she cut it down and called 911 and a minister. So obviously once they got there, they rushed him to the hospital, And like I said, he's been in a coma since May 23rd. Okay. He has not woke up from that coma. Now, there's been a lot of back and forth with his family. So it sounds as pretty much soon after Von and Dre got married, he kind of went astray from his family. Okay. Now, I don't know. It sounds like it was some influence of Drea's and maybe some of his, but it definitely sounds like a heavy influence for Drea. So once Von went to, the hospital from his, trying to hurt himself, the family was not made aware of what was going on with him until about 2 weeks after this happened. Okay. And the way they found out was via social media. Drea did not call the family to let them know that he was in the hospital. None of that. Yes. They said that the daughter is having seizures as well too. So what's going on now? I'm just going to fast forward you guys right now. There was an issue with Drea not letting the family to come see him. So Marvon Sr., which is Marvon's father, and his wife drove from Georgia to Arizona to see their son. Once they got there, Drea wouldn't let them see him. And after conversations Von's father had with the administrative staff of the hospital, they were able to get in there and see Von without Drea being present. And basically, from my understanding of videos that I have saw, they're basically saying Von has little to no brain activity. Okay. I've also heard that there's been about 7 different doctors that have basically said that more than likely there's not going to be anything they can do for him. But Drea, who follows the Jehovah's Witness religion, is keeping hope that he will come to. Okay, obviously the family is as well too. So now allegedly there's rumors that no one can visit the hospital. Drea can't, the father, the stepmother, the biological mother, no one can visit the hospital. Okay. And I believe that has to do with all the social media press around this situation. Okay. So there's a thing going around where people are calling justice for Von. Okay. Because a lot of people feel that Drea is the reason why Von is in the situation he's in now. Okay. It's a very, 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 very sad story. There's a lot of people talking about it, covering it. And y'all, I'm going to be honest with you. The more I watch Drea in videos, her behavior just made me very sick to my stomach. So I'm going to show you a couple of videos that I got off of Facebook. Just one moment. There's a page on Facebook called Exposed, where they are really covering this whole story, and they're actually doing a very good job of covering Drea. But the biggest thing is Drea tries to make like they had this beautiful marriage, and maybe in the beginning they did, but over time, I think her behavior probably frustrated Von, and he just wasn't happy when out. Y'all got to remember, this man got married to her when he was like 21 years old. He inherited a family literally instantly. He became a husband and a father all in the same day, and he didn't have any children. And very soon after they got married, she became pregnant with their son. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of videos. Of how, in my opinion, eccentric this lady is. Okay. So this is from 2021.
Oh, have to be very quiet because I don't want to wake nobody up. What the hell is a? Oh, didn't you? Oh my gosh! Right. Hey, what?
So that's that kratom that I was talking about. That's what she has in her
Someone who
hand.
hadn't watched What the Hell, and then I said go watch it, and then y'all watched it. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you thought. They really are. Oh, Jasmine, do you have it really bad? Mine, like before, if I was in school, my mom would have to come and pick me up. There's no way I could have stayed at school with the amount of pain that I was in. It was always bad. And you know what makes it bad? Meat, dairy, all that. Okay. Thank you, Christy. Thank you. Oh, girl, Lori, I could totally help you with your thyroid. Send me a message. My thyroid is thriving, boo-boo. And hold on, let me do this because I will talk forever. I should feel relief in like 20 minutes.
So she calls that toss and wash. So she would toss the kratom in her mouth and then wash it down with water. As you notice, you guys, she's just taking a spoonful of it. She's not making sure how many milligrams she's taking. And that's how she would give it to Von. She would just like shove a spoon in his mouth. And something else that she did to help with his seizure, she would give him like cayenne pepper up under his tongue. Even at one point, you guys, when he first went to the hospital, she was bringing in her own tube feeding because he was being tube fed, obviously, because he's in a coma. So he's being, so whatever hospital he was at first, because he's been moved to a couple of different hospitals. I think he's currently at the VA hospital in Tucson, if I'm not mistaken. But for whatever reason, the hospital was allowing her to bring in her own tube feeding for him, which is supposed to be vegan. When I heard that, I was like, wait, the hospital was allowing her to bring in her own tube feeding? How do they know that it was appropriate for him to ingest? You know? So it definitely is a lot of, like I said, this whole story takes a lot of twists and turns.
Wow, Vivian, I didn't know that. Do I have KT anywhere? That one was Red Bali. I don't really like taking pain relieving stuff like that strong because Red's really strong to me, but I don't care if it puts me to sleep. I need to rest. What did I say I was gonna do? I don't remember, but I couldn't do it because my car was overheating. So cinnamon. Oh my gosh. I could feel it take. I could start to feel it starting to work. Ooh.
Like this, you guys, this lady was, I mean, she's a mess. Okay. She definitely does appear to be that way, in my opinion. Just think her behavior is very strange, y'all. There are so many facets to this woman and the story. And so the sad part is, in my opinion, with Von, it's obvious Von was misled, led astray. Because he loved his wife, I'm just going to assume he loved her. That's why he was still with her. She basically, it just seems like Von didn't heed the signs. Me personally, when he kept getting sicker and sicker and sicker, and everything she was giving him wasn't working, I would have went to what I basically what I knew best, the hospital. I wouldn't have been, in my opinion, I wouldn't have been going off her guidance. But you got to understand, y'all, when you're sick, very sick, and you're weak, you can't think. You can't think. And I think that's what was Von's problem. He was so sick and weak, he just was basically victim to her. Me personally, I felt like everybody in that house were like lab rats to her, But it's just funny, in my opinion, that Von got the sickest, and there's nothing wrong with her. It doesn't appear to be nothing seriously wrong with the children, but Von was the one that was the sickest. And this went on for 2 years. There was times where this man was having, and she was documenting this on notebook paper and video, where she was documenting his seizures. It was one day where he literally had 8 seizures in one day, 45 minutes apart. And every time you have a seizure, it takes oxygen from your brain, right? So this man was having seizure after seizure after seizure. She chose to have been there, not good care. She controlled the money too. She controlled everything. So it seems like now a lot of people have lawyers. The father has a lawyer. The biological mom has a lawyer. There's a lot of people have gotten, even the father of Drea's 2 oldest children, her daughters, it's been alleged that he has a lawyer too. CPS is also involved. Okay, so there's an open CPS case on this situation. I don't know the details of the open CPS case, but there is an active CPS case. Okay. She's like okay. So y'all, like I said, there's more. I just wanted to touch on that briefly. There's more videos. I think we'll just do a private live, like a members only live for the people who are interested in this story, because there's so many videos and it's going to take time for me to compile a lot of these videos together. But, it doesn't appear that Von's situation is going to get better, unfortunately. And he's so young. And the sad part about it is, in my opinion, I feel like Drea was a heavy influence on what's going on with this man right now. Okay. I feel like she's a heavy influence in this. And, right now the police are not even investigating this, but technically they can't really investigate it because he's technically still alive. They can only really investigate, unfortunately, for the family, if and when he passes away. Von said, T-Mar's a 15-year Air Force veteran. I've seen a lot. Even though he got from a medical discharge, he got a nice chunk of money from the military. Women, men prey on us to use our life insurance. Yeah, that could be true. I think what it was, Von, is she was the type of woman that if you're not going to live with me, you're not going to live at all. She gave me that vibe. And the reason why I'm saying this, you guys, a lot of people were heavily influenced by this woman. Like I showed you guys earlier. She had an influence on Facebook of almost 1 million people. She had well over 500,000 people following her on one social media platform. So can you just imagine how many people were actually influenced by this woman who was basically telling people what to take or what she takes and what to do? Can you imagine how many people actually followed her lead? And there could be potentially hundreds of thousands of people out here not doing well because they were listening or influenced by her. That's why I highly encourage you guys, if you're going to listen to people, be careful who you listen to and who you trust, right? Be very careful with that, because just because people are saying they're doing something doesn't necessarily mean it's working, even working for them, or could potentially work for you. The way she kept his mom and dad away made me angry. I was like, this lady was so ridiculous. So I'm going to show you guys a video of when the father came to visit him, and Drea basically was, very resistant and would not let the family come visit him. So let me find that video real quick. Okay. Exactly, Lo. That is definitely true. Always do your own research and consult with a medical professional. Because this woman didn't have any type of license and herbalist. She didn't have any certifications. She didn't have anything. Okay. There's videos where it shows that she was going to Mexico smuggling drugs back to the States, back to Arizona. There are literally videos of her admitting this. There are so many videos of her admitting things. And although she's trying to shut a lot of her social media channels down, what Drea doesn't understand is there's tons of people who are following this story and have already gotten those videos and have saved them. Okay. Tons of people. Let me pull this video up.
That's for his parents. Are you the nurse?
No.
Okay.
I thought I'm referring to Sally. Is it okay if they're from the visit?
Absolutely not. No. In fact, we need to call security.
Hold on. I'm his daddy, and this is my wife. How you mean I can't see my son? You guys get crazy. I'm not doing 3,000 miles, man.
Y'all need to pray. I know, Rima. I know.
Hey, Kim, it's Rebecca on T South. Was this do you have any visitors right now?
Besides his wife.
Should only his wife be allowed in? Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Ask a social worker.
Social worker said that.
Yeah. I know. Just watch out Jehovah. Always comes through each and every single time.
Which was so weird is this lady literally carried around her followers like they were in her purse. Like there's videos of she was sitting in the bathroom taking a poop and was talking to her subscribers like it wasn't nothing. Okay. She would be in the shower, taking a shower, and would be live. Like she literally felt like her subscribers. It to me personally, it was a weird obsession of clout, right? People we know, y'all, we watch the internet. We know there are a lot of people that are addicted to the social media thing. And she definitely seemed, although she made money on social media, she definitely was addicted to it. Like there's many hundreds of videos of this lady going live, showing things that I felt would be inappropriate to show the world. But she even had like this private group where, they got very personal and intimate and talked about things. She showed things. And like I said, she'll be sitting on the toilet using the bathroom and she would be talking to her followers in a chat forum. And it was very weird. Yes, I said the same thing too, Apple Pie. It was astonishing to me how she was always so made up. This is what she does, you guys. She goes on live and does her makeup and stuff like that. But she was always so, y'all, my husband was in a coma for almost 3 months. Hell, I'd probably be looking like I hadn't took a bath because I would be so stressed out and worried. She just always seemed so carefree and nonchalant about what's going on. I think a lot of it came from her believing in Jehovah. But even with that being said, I mean, there's a video that I will put together when we get off this live stream of she's in the hospital. Like she literally showed the man laying in the bed in a coma. But there's a video where she said that she put all her saliva all on him. She was like, yep, I sure did. I took my saliva and I rubbed it all on him, all on his arms, his head. She said, I took my saliva and rubbed it all over him. And the excuse she gave for doing that is she said because saliva transports messages. So she, in her mind, she felt like if she put her saliva on him, it would make him feel like she was there. This woman took her spit and rubbed it all on this man. There's not enough love in the world. Like, that's crazy. That's not love. That's crazy.
We're gonna turn on some good music. I sing this to my baby every day. Meditation of my heart. I ponder through the day. Hi, Cheyenne. How are you? Good. Can you get security for me? Yeah.
So this is a very serious situation. His family, Von's family, is there to see him after they have drove 3,000 miles. And she's basically nonchalantly playing religious music, like as if she's not worried, she's not bothered. I just don't understand why this woman felt like his family didn't have the right to see him. Yeah, he's your husband, but that's his son. If it wasn't for Marvin Sr., there wouldn't have been a Marvin Jr. for you to love. Marvin Sr. is the reason why you were able to marry Marvin Jr. So who are you to keep this man away from his son?
Okay. Thank you. And keep me steadfast in your way. One word, please weigh upon my mind and make me restless in the night. And things I know to be upright. Yeah. They are not, they know they're not allowed to be here. They're very well aware. And he has it on the charts, no visitors, and you need a password in order to even get updates. And the nurses know. I've told them about what's going on with with his parents. Yeah.
What is going on with his parents? You guys actually, right before Von tried to harm himself, he was actually back in contact with his family. He had been talking to his dad very regularly. Unfortunately for Von, under the supervision of Drea, because she was monitoring all his phone calls per what the dad stated. But he was actually making plans to go visit them later this summer. So he was getting ready to go visit them this year. And he wanted to be around his family. He was longing to be around his family because he missed his family. This woman ostracized this man from his own family, but yet she was around her family. She's actually, well, she was staying in an RV that they had bought on her mother's property. So you get to be around your family, but he can't be around his.
They're not supposed to be here, and they're very well aware. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Hi.
Hi, who's this here to visit?
They're not. Well, they're here to visit my husband, but the mother, like, my husband hasn't communicated with her in like 6 years. They don't have a relationship anymore. Like, he recently reached out, but that's neither the point. Right now, with his, he was positive for COVID. His white blood cell count was elevated. I respectfully told them whenever he wakes up, they could visit. But at this point right now, I need to remain his only visitor. They've been posting really bad, negative stuff online about me. Just really, really bad stuff. So, yeah. they know they're not supposed to be here, and I've made it very clear. So them here to be with, yeah, they're very well aware of that. I'm his only visitor right now.
So we looked into that, and I know you're his medical decision maker, and we do make decisions medically based on on your input.
She's not even a mother, Ethan. I can get someone to show the birth certificate.
Well, we understand that the woman that's with Von's father is not his mother. That's because that's his stepmother. We understand it's not his biological mother, but you won't even let the biological mother see him either. She, at least Von's father was able. So Von's father was able to see him. The biological mother, I don't think she was able to travel or something. I have to look more into those details. But the biological father and the stepmother were.
We did speak with our social worker who spoke to higher ups to confirm, and we confirmed that here in the state of Arizona, although you are, and we do recognize that you are the medical power of attorney,
okay,
you do have the decision on what information is shared. But in the state of Arizona, you do not have the ability to decide who can and cannot visit the patient.
So anyone can visit?
Yeah, we can't restrict the visitors, unfortunately. Yeah.
Can I see that in writing, please?
So this is something that has been confirmed with the social worker. It's not something that has been documented, but we have confirmed with multiple people.
Okay.
That is that's a valid statement.
Can I see or can you contact the social worker, please?
I can try and contact the social worker that's working.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we have the understanding that
this is the policy, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Okay. She gave him up when, if that's the case, then strangers can come into the room and request to visit him?
Yeah, and really anybody can, yeah, we can't really restrict the visitors. Yeah.
But if I'm in the room and there's only one person limited, then they can't come in, right? Because I was already coming back. I'm coming back to the room. Once I leave the room, I have to go to the bathroom. They want to come in. But I know it's a very strict one person.
My thing is, why are you filming this? Like, this is a private, intimate situation. We already know why, but it's just the fact that why?
Policy for, yeah. Yeah, so I'm just going to go to the room, and then whenever I have to leave, then, but in the meantime, if you could get the social worker, yeah, or paperwork so that I could see that, and then I can research too.
Yeah, we'll look into if we can get it somewhere in writing, but that is the policy. That's unfortunately that's where it is.
Right, I just need to see that in writing.
You don't need to see anything. There's hospital staff is telling you that they don't have the authority to restrict anyone from seeing them. Yes, you have medical power of attorney, but you don't have power of attorney over visitation. Okay, that's the hospital. Now, if there was some type of legal situation going on, obviously there's, differences or, to that. There's, but that's not the case. This is an emergent situation. It's almost made me feel like she was afraid because this woman, it just felt like to me, she wanted Von to only depend on her and her alone. Once she married Von, she wanted Von to be family to her and her children and not family to the people he was born to, right? She didn't want him to have it. The father even said he's only met this lady once in 8 years. This was the second time he ever seen this woman. 2 times in 8 years. They've been married 8 years. He's seen this woman. This is the second time in 8 years.
Thank you.
So we don't have to show you in writing because that's just our policy. We're telling you that's our policy. But we'll look and see if there's a social worker that can come talk to you and tell you in person. Okay. But I don't know that I'm going to be able to produce it in actual writing.
Right. So, okay. Well,
then, for now, you'll just have to follow along with our policies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, sure. I don't want to be go against.
Yeah, we're not trying to say this to be mean or put you down in any way. But We did honestly look into it today, and that's unfortunately the policy that we can't really restrict.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I speak to the higher ups too? That just letting them know
we will try and get
okay.
Well, yeah, we'll see if the social worker might not still be here.
Why would the higher ups spend time talking to you? They're trying to run a hospital. They don't have time to deal with stuff like this. They're trying to run a hospital system, not deal with your personal issues because you don't want the father and the stepmother to see their family member. Nobody got time for that.
Okay.
Talk to you, but we'll call and see.
Okay. That'd be good. Thank you so much. Okay. I need help to find out that this is not true.
So she says she needs help to find out if this is not true. So you're involved in a bunch of strangers with your personal issue. The hospital staff don't have a reason to lie to you, ma'am. Like this was her behavior. You know, it's good that this situation, in a sense, y'all, it was good that she did go live all these times because she basically, in my opinion, buried her own self in this situation. It's good that she kept talking about it and brought awareness to what was going on because a lot of people wouldn't have been aware. All right. So hopefully, you know, people are pushing the Yuma police into really investigating what's going on because I really feel like she had some negligence. And this is my personal opinion. I feel like this woman had some negligence in Von's situation of him being in a coma.
Hi, got it all cleaned up?
Oh yeah.
Just weird. She's just, I don't know. Yeah, there are definitely a lot of videos up documenting all her foolishness. I'm shocked it went on this long. I am too, but you know, it's just a lot to unpack. There, I follow Paris Milan. Paris Milan did a almost 3.5 hour live on the situation where she really dig deep into this situation. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, as I started digging more deeper, right, she did document her own demise, Lo. As I started digging deeper into this situation, it just made me very sick to my stomach. The unfortunate part about this, you know, you guys, one good thing about social media is that there are a lot of people out here in DV situation. And what Drea did, in my opinion, I definitely feel like Von was he was a part of a DV situation. I really feel that because this woman totally ostracized this man from the world, ostracized this man from his family, from his friends. She used Von for what she wanted to use him for, to be on her YouTube or her Facebook and other social media programs. They had this thing where they dressed up like old men and women. So she, you know, she used that man for what she wanted to use him for. This man totally did not. He had a voice, but you know, some people, you guys, are not mentally strong. And Von definitely seemed like the type of person that was easily to be led astray. She met this man, and within, I don't know, I think it was less than 7 months of them meeting, they were married. Okay. He automatically married a woman with 2 children, which, you know, that those situations happen. I'm not saying her having 2 children means she couldn't remarry again, but he definitely did not. You know, she's the epitome of you don't know a person until you actually know a person. Okay. And me watching a lot what was going on, it just made me very sick to my stomach, you know. And one thing I can say about social media, it has opened the doors for people to not suffer in silence, right? Do I agree with the way that she documented everything? No, but in this situation, because Von is in a coma now, it's actually good that she did document all this stuff, because it's a lot of evidence that this woman was giving this man, she was giving him medication that wasn't even FDA approved. She was giving him, Kratom is not FDA approved. She was giving this man medications and ingesting it herself, and she was even giving it to the children. Okay, there's a video where she was giving it to one of her daughters. Stuff that's not even FDA approved. She had her whole family ingesting it. She's older and controlling and admitted to trapping him. Yes, she did. She said that she trapped him, and she was very proud of it. You know how some women be like, yeah, honey, I got him on lock. But she said it, in my opinion, in a very wicked way. If y'all look up on YouTube, Marvon's reading, there is a lady writing out what's happening and what's about to happen, and not through the tarot cards. She has a different gift. Oh, okay. I will check into that. Well, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know if I'm going to check into it, because, one thing I can say to you guys about social media, it's sometimes it's too much, right? People's problems can be too much on a person, especially for me. Y'all. I can only take so much, and that whole, although I feel my heart goes out to Marvon and his family, but it's definitely a lot to unfold. And I just don't think, right, Erica, it's very draining, right? It's very draining. Y'all know we talk about the moms over here, but really their situations are not as complex, in my opinion, of what this Drea and Von are going through. Like, Von could potentially not live, okay? Because they said he has little to no brain activity. But people are not understanding is this woman was ingesting all type. She was giving this man, and he was ingesting all type of chemicals and toxins and herbs and teas that more than likely wasn't conducive for his body. Yes, Cheyenne, it's very draining, and I can only take so much, and I advise you guys to only consume so much of this, because it will start, in my opinion, it will start messing with your mental. There are people on that's covering this story that have 3 and 4 hour, 5 hour live streams of this stuff. Now, I will admit, Paris Milan, like I said, I follow her. She did like a little over 3 hour live stream. But since then, she's done other videos. I'm not saying that she's not still watching it, but you just, in my opinion, as a content creator here, I just want to be careful with the type of stuff that I expose you guys to, because in a way I'm influencing you to go look and find out about other things. And I just don't want y'all going down the rabbit hole, because you can easily get caught up going down the rabbit hole of a lot of these channels or a lot of the social media stuff. I feel the same way tomorrow. It's very draining. Yes, Chrissy, it's very draining, and it's very unfortunate. And, obviously I'm going to pray for Von and his family. He definitely has a son. If something happens to Von, it could be the family, Von's family, will probably never see his son. So there's a lot of people that's going to lose in this situation. Unfortunately for Von, if he loses his life, that man was crying for help, but there was nobody to listen, right? She wouldn't even listen. She didn't want to listen. This man was literally crying for help, and nobody, because he was ostracized from everybody. Nobody could help him, because nobody, other than the people that was following her. But I think they were so, fascinated by this lady and her quirkiness and her, and the way she was on the internet. Like I said, there's so many videos of her wielding a knife around, because she had this fascination with knives. Like I said, you guys, just because people are on social media doesn't necessarily mean they got it all upstairs. Mental illness is definitely real. And in my opinion, Drea McCray is definitely a woman that's dealing with something that's not right. Like, she definitely appears to be a woman that is very unstable, and she has children. Okay. Right. He went to therapy too. Yes, he did. She trapped him to get his military benefits. Then he got out and she had to go for his life insurance. That's true, Vaughn. That's very true. But then she just got this, they just received a big settlement from his injury that that which had him to retire from the military. Vaughn literally had the world at his feet. But because, sometimes when you think with your little head and not with your big head, you get yourself in bad situations. And obviously, I'm pretty sure he's a handsome man, very handsome guy, and him being in the military, obviously, he was, around a array of women, and for whatever reason he got fixated on Drea, and everything that looked good doesn't necessarily mean it's good. Okay. Life, yes, when to pull away. Yeah, that's true. So hopefully this becomes a good ending. Okay. You said I'm an empath and this is pulling on me. That's why I'm a part of the Bush gang. I watch as much as I can for entertainment, take without being drained, and head out. Exactly, Life with Low. That's how I always. And I'm an empath in a way too. Like certain things, like you guys. There was one night that I literally stayed up very late watching a lot of these videos, and the next morning when I woke up, I just felt some type of way, like it broke my spirit, because it's hard to see people struggle so bad with situations. And I definitely feel like Vaughn was a victim of DV situation, mentally, physically, and financially. She was withholding money from this man. There's text messages where he was begging this woman for $2,000. $2,000. He was begging his wife for $2,000. Not the wife begging the man for the money, but the man begging the woman for the money. But again, in a sense, you guys, I put some fault, on Vaughn for that, because he allowed that woman to lead the house instead of him being the man. But in all due respect, Vaughn was very young, 21 when he married her. He had just became a man, right? He didn't, I'm not going to say he didn't date. I don't know what his dating history was like, but, maybe he wasn't very diverse in the whole dating situation. Okay. Yes, he wanted the $2,000 to get away from her for a while. He said he wasn't trying to leave forever, but he just needed the time to sort his thoughts. And that was in 2019. And when she heard that, he actually threatened divorce twice. He threatened to leave in 2017, and then he turned around and threatened to leave in 2019. He was really trying to get away from that woman, because I think in a sense that man started sensing that this woman didn't mean him any good. But unfortunately for him, when he I guess built the courage up to finally leave, she felt that, right? And that's when she started poisoning him. He's 29, I believe now. He's 29. He was saying she spends on dumb stuff. He wanted to sleep in the other room. She didn't let him. Yes, she wouldn't even let that man sleep in a room. Like, you know how couples, they argue and maybe they sleep apart for the night. Sometimes that needs to happen. Okay, it's happened to us, to me and my husband. I didn't got mad at him and I make him go sleep on the couch, or hell, I'll go sleep on the couch. Okay, because I'm mad and I don't want to sleep next to you until I'm unmad. And I don't stay mad for long, and he doesn't either. But sometimes in situations like that, you need a degree of separation. That's needed, right? But she wouldn't. She was too busy controlling the narrative. And I think once she sensed that Vaughn was trying to really realize that it's time for me to leave, like this isn't right, is when she further started poisoning that man with all that stuff that she was giving him. But by that time, he was so weak. He was so weak and feeble, he couldn't do anything but stay because I think at this point she started manipulating his mind and making him think that I'm the only one that cares about you. More than likely, when she was giving him that medicine and she was probably, see, baby, I'm trying to make you feel better. I'm trying to make, I'm doing everything I can. And, and you're right. Someone just said DV is not always physical. Miss Lovin's touch. Yes, DV is not always physical. Okay. DV could be in many aspects, right? And we see that with Von. Okay, I don't know about the physical thing, but I definitely see there was a lot of manipulation. She, medically, she was negligent to him because, I understand there are a lot of people who don't have beliefs in, using Western civilization as far as medicines and things of that nature. But with me personally, when you get to the point when you're trying so many remedies at home that are just not working, in order to save life, you have to go seek a medical professional in order to save life, especially if you don't have any license or degrees in it. In one video, he turned away from her when she was kissing and rubbing on his face. She said, my sister has a neighbor that an older Afro-Latino woman, and she done had 3 husbands that all died a few years after marrying her, and they were all young men. She says she only date young men. Wow, today with Tiffany, that's amazing. He sought counsel that told him what he was going through wasn't healthy or right, so she knew the boundaries were coming. Exactly, Life Below. And, a lot of people are speculating that him going to that shed, from what Drea said, probably wasn't him doing it. Like I said, there's a lot of assumptions out here about what's going on, but this is what she did. Drea basically, in my opinion, she built her own coffin because she's chronicalized a lot of this information, documented a lot of this information in chronological order on the internet. Okay, and although she's shutting channels down, people was already people been videotaping her, because if you watch her, it's just like she's so wild. It just makes you like, girl, what is going on? I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know. So I don't see how people followed her, because she's too all over the place. She's too hyper for me. And there's times where she, she's like, she tries to take on other personalities, and it was a little too much for me. So I don't understand why people even followed her, because she isn't my cup of tea. Right, Tima, we pay too much for health insurance in this America not to utilize it. That's true, sis. Especially with him being a veteran. Yes, and she got it where he wasn't able to drive a rock and a hard place. Wow, he couldn't even drive. Oh, Lord. I pray he comes back and leaves her. I do, too. I pray he does come back. I don't want to give up hope for him, for his family. But, y'all, it's almost 2 months. Next week, it'll be 2 months that he's been in a coma. And how do we know when she actually called the ambulance, when she found him on the floor, allegedly found him on the floor? How do we know how long it took that she let him lay there without oxygen before she actually called the ambulance? She may have let him lay there long enough before she actually called the ambulance. There's a lot of nuances in this situation. That's true, Tasha. That's very true, Tasha Nicole. So, you guys, there's a lot going on. But Jasmine did a video, you guys. My Jazzy Life did a video about accountability, and we definitely are going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it today, but we definitely will talk about it. So make sure you guys come back so we can discuss that video, okay? Because I think it's a video, we talk about My Jazzy Life channel over here, so I definitely think it's a video we need to visit and see what's going on over there with her, okay? All right, you guys, that completes the show for tonight. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys have a really good night. Have a even better weekend. And I'll definitely see you in the next one. Remember, sub what you love. Bye.